Ever wonder what the other Hashira say behind each other's backs? Today you'll find out exactly who they admire, who they find annoying, and what's the best way to start this video by starting with Tsunemi. Now, what does Tsunemi think about Shinobu? Well, Tsunemi sometimes chats with Shinobu because she is Kanai's sister, and Kanai once held a special place in his heart, so Shinobu's gentle but brave spirit keeps him somewhat interested. Next is Uzui. See, Tengen can be flashy and acts like a big brother figure in Tsunemi's eyes, which Tsunemi finds okay, even if Tengen's showy style isn't exactly his taste. Next is Mitsuri. See, Tsunemi thinks that Mitsuri is sweet and happy trying to love everyone around her, which Tsunemi dismisses as silly. He bluntly calls her an idiot, showing his impatience for her constant optimism. Next is Giyu. Giyu is someone Tsunemi openly hates, feeling that Giyu acts far too distant, like he doesn't want to belong to the team. This makes Tsunemi seethe with anger, convinced Giyu thinks he's above them. Rengoku is kind and always smiling, which Tsunemi secretly appreciates. He doesn't often show how glad he is to have Rengoku around, but that cheerful energy clearly makes a difference for him. Muichiro remains quiet, staying in his own world most of the time, so Tsunemi doesn't feel strongly one way or another. He barely knows Muichiro, leaving their relationship in a neutral space. Gyome is extremely strong and also kind, a blend that Tsunemi greatly respects. There aren't many people Tsunemi speaks so highly of, but Gyome's presence inspires a rare reverence in him. Next is Obanai. Obanai is Tsunemi's favorite companion among the Hashiras. They share a serious approach to demon slaying, and Tsunemi values Obanai's dedication and focus, which makes him feel understood. Next, let's move on to what Obanai thinks about other Hashiras. Let's find out by seeing what he thinks of Shinobu Kocho first. See, Obanai really likes how Shinobu always works hard without getting upset. He thinks she's amazing because she stays calm and strong no matter what happens. Next is Tengen. Obanai found out Tengen feels sad about his family, especially hurting his brother. Still, Tengen never looks down on other people, and Obanai respects him for staying strong even when he's sad. Obanai doesn't like Giyu at all. He even calls Giyu a rat face, which shows Obanai can get really angry with people who frustrate him. Next on the list is Rengoku. Rengoku is chatty and warm, and Obanai enjoys being around him. Rengoku's happy nature lifts Obanai's mood, proving Obanai can like cheerful friends when they're sincere. However, there is one person Obanai holds especially dear, the one who truly warms his heart. Mitsuri is Obanai's special person. He thinks she's super cute and sweet, even though her choices sometimes worry him. No matter what, he cares about her a lot. Next is Muichiro. Because Muichiro is young, Obanai watches out for him. He wants Muichiro to be safe and believes Muichiro's kindness and strength will help the team in the future. Next is Gyome. Obanai trusts Gyome because he's both very strong and very reliable. Obanai feels safe knowing Gyome is there to help during the hardest fights. Sanemi is Obanai's good friend. They understand each other well and make a powerful team, showing how important it is for Hashiras to trust and work together. Next, let's move on to what Gyome thinks about other Hashiras. Let's start it with Shinobu. Gyome thinks Shinobu works too hard and sometimes pushes herself too much. He notices she's close with Giyu and respects how she handles her many responsibilities, showing he really understands his friend's worries. Next is Giyu. See, Giyu doesn't talk a lot, but Gyome likes his steady focus. Gyome also sees that Giyu and Shinobu make a strong pair and believes their teamwork can be very important. Tengen talks a lot and is super flashy, but Gyome sees he's calm when it matters most. Gyome believes that real strength means being confident inside, not just strong on the outside. Rengoku is cheerful and honest, which Gyome admires. His bright spirit and ability to stay happy help everyone feel hopeful, inspiring Gyome to keep doing his best. Gyome knows Mitsuri is very kind and has good values. He likes how she's friends with Obanai, noticing that their caring bond helps make the team stronger. Even though Muichiro is young, Gyome sees that he acts grown up and calm. Muichiro's clear thinking and steady mood show Gyome he can be trusted in tough times. Tsunemi might seem rough on the outside, but Gyome notices he's honest and really cares underneath. He thinks Tsunemi's love for his late sister Kanai shows just how kind-hearted he can be. Lastly, Gyome sees that Obanai is very serious and has big feelings. He notices how much Obanai cares about Mitsuri and the whole Demon Slayer group. Because Obanai is so careful and loyal, Gyome thinks he's super important when fighting demons and helping friends. Next, let's move on to what Muichiro thinks about other Hashiras. Let's start with Shinobu. Muichiro pictures Shinobu as a tiny swallow, gentle and calming. When Shinobu is around, he feels peaceful, like watching a soft bird in the sky. Next, Muichiro thinks Tengen is like a silly monkey always jumping around and having fun. It can shake Muichiro's calmness a bit, but he still finds Tengen interesting. Next is Obanai. Obanai reminds Muichiro of a quiet, powerful cat. At first, Muichiro was surprised by his different colored eyes, but now he trusts Obanai's tidy and strong nature. Next is Giyu. Giyu looks like a pretty ornament to Muichiro. peaceful and special. Muichiro notices Gyu's calm ways and feels Gyu stands out gently. Rengoku is like a friendly owl, always cheerful and full of energy. Listening to Rengoku's happy voice makes Muichiro excited to keep fighting. Mitsuri Kanroji is a pink chick in Muichiro's imagination, bright, tender, and caring. Though her playful teasing sometimes embarrasses him, Muichiro values her kindness. Gyomei Himejima stands as a mighty bear in Muichiro's eyes. Gyomei's immense power and protective aura reassure Muichiro, making him believe that with Gyomei around, they can handle any threat. Tsunemi reminds Muichiro of a fearless wolf. Their friendship is all about bravery and working together, making them a powerful team against demons. Next, let's move on to what Mitsuri thinks about other Hashiras, and let's start with Shinobu. Mitsuri thinks Shinobu Kocho is so beautiful, and also much calmer than she is. Mitsuri wishes she had more time to hang out with Shinobu, whose peaceful nature makes Mitsuri curious and happy. Next is Uzui. Tengen Uzui acts grown up sometimes, but also plays around like a kid. Mitsuri finds his carefree attitude fun, even if it gets a little silly. Next is Obanai. Obanai Iguro is super sweet to Mitsuri. He writes her nice letters and cheers her on. If Mitsuri is slow, he waits for her, which makes her feel loved and cared for. Mitsuri sees Gyomei as a giant bear, huge, strong, and super gentle. She feels safe around him because he's like a big protector for everyone. Next is Gyu. Gyu Tomioka is quiet and shy, and Mitsuri finds that really cute. His calm way of talking makes her feel relaxed, so she loves spending time with him. Next is Rengoku. Rengoku Kyojuro is like a protective, fun, big brother to Mitsuri. She loves training with him because he's energetic and looks out for her. Next is Muichiro. Muichiro Takedo is very young and Mitsuri wants him to be safe. She likes talking to him and hopes he'll grow stronger and kinder all the time. Lastly, there's Tsunemi. Tsunemi Shinazugawa looks like a wolf to Mitsuri, tough and a little scary. However, she believes his anger shows how much he wants everyone to do their best. In her eyes, he's fierce because he cares. Next, let's move on to what Shinobu thinks about other Hashiras. And let's start with Rengoku. Sometimes Shinobu and Rengoku Kyojuro don't agree on things, but she still thinks he's a really good person at heart. Their little arguments never stop them from respecting each other. Next is Muichiro. Muichiro Takedo sometimes gets hurt and forgets stuff. Shinobu helps him heal and remember important things. Even though he has trouble speaking sometimes, she sees that he's kind on the inside. Next is Obanai. Shinobu and Obanai Iguro talk about their sword moves and share tips to fight demons better. This teamwork shows how much they both want to protect everyone. Next is Gyomei. Gyomei Himejima is very special to Shinobu. She admires his huge strength and big heart. She knows he cares about everyone, and that makes her respect him even more. Next is Gyu. Gyu Tomioka is super quiet and shy, which worries Shinobu. She wants him to talk more so they can work together better, believing that good communication makes a stronger team. Next is Tengen. Tengen Uzui is loud and full of energy. Sometimes that can be fun, but it also bothers Shinobu, especially when Tengen wanted to take Aoi and others on his missions. Even though it frustrates her, she still works with him for the core's sake. Next is Mitsuri. Mitsuri Kanroji is cheerful, pretty, and dear to Shinobu. Even if Mitsuri's bubbly personality occasionally makes Shinobu look sillier than she is, they remain close friends who care about each other. Last is Sanemi. Sanemi Shinazugawa might seem rough, but he always asks Shinobu how she's doing. That shows he cares about her, and Shinobu values his concern beneath his tough exterior. Next, let's move on to what Tengen thinks about other Hashiras, and let's start with Shinobu. Tengen thinks Shinobu Kocho is serious, but he notices how she's always ready to help hurt people. He calls her a traveling hospital, which he believes is super important for the demon slayers. Next is Gyu. Tengen finds Gyu Tomioka very dark and quiet, like walking into a never-ending funeral. Still, he's kind of curious about Gyu's gloomy aura, rather than just disliking it. Next is Rengoku. To Tengen, Rengoku Kyojuro is flashy in his own special way. He thinks Rengoku's friendly spirit and kind heart make him stand out among the Hashiras. Next is Muichiro. Muichiro Takedo is very young and often appears deep in thought. Tengen notices that even though Muichiro seems quiet, he works really hard to do his best. Next is Obanai. Obanai Iguro catches Tengen's eye because each of his eyes is a different color. Tengen finds this super cool, but also sees that Obanai can be strict and bossy. Next is Mitsuri. Mitsuri Kanroji is what Tengen calls weird, but he also finds her very pretty. Her colorful hair and bubbly attitude can bother him, yet he admits she's hard not to notice. Next is Gyomei. Gyomei Himejima looks like a giant bear to Tengen, enormous and very strong. Tengen feels safe just having Gyomei around, trusting his incredible power. Lastly, there's Tsunemi. See, to Tengen, Tsunemi Shinazugawa is like a wolf, scary but also protective. When Tsunemi gets mad, Tengen believes it's because Tsunemi truly wants everyone to stay safe. Next, let's move on to what Rengoku thinks about other Hashiras, and let's start with Shinobu. Rengoku sees Shinobu Kocho as extraordinary